who's next? Is it Mr. Patterson?
Mr. Patterson, yes.
All right, so let's open the floor to Mr. Patterson for his commentary and we'll go from there. Okay, Mr. Patterson, it's up to you.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me now?
Sure can.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Dr. Garrett and the Commissioner Board. This is Bruce Patterson, Garwood, New Jersey, getting into the resolutions. Reso 738. This appears to go in hand with the Ordinance 832, which is on the first reading for $5.5 million. This is about the Series 2021 Renewable Energy Efficiency Bonds, the UCIA, which the program turned into a major fiasco and a black eye of the Union County Commissioners years ago. And I'm surprised John Berry didn't talk about this, but he probably will later. This really needs explanation what it is and how it is linked to the ordinance. John Berry of the County Watchers warned you back then that you were entering into something that financially was not valid, but you went ahead anyway, and it caused cash flow headaches for years. Reso 739. This is Lair Cummings of Cranford name change, which is for project management of the new county parking garage replacement project, and no change in cost. From what the public is aware, the total construction cost, along with professional services, is about $15 million. Just a question, are there any further project change orders out there that the public does not know about yet? Also, is the UCIA involved with this project at all, since there's nobody at the UCIA anymore? Reso 744 is for a no-cost impact change order to Ditto Copy Systems of Linden for 2 years, providing copy services to the public. I like the name Ditto Copy Systems, it's pretty cool. Simple question. Who is the principal of this company and where are these machines to be located? Reso 746, 747, and 748 is offsetting the public's election program costs with grant monies for contracts to full service mailers of Hackensack, Royal Printing of West New York, and B&B Press of Lebanon, New Jersey. How much grant money is going to offset each contract, and what is the total contract amount of each that the public still has to foot the bill for? Reso 754. This is for nearly $500,000 to service 40 non-elderly disabled families on a monthly basis, paid through Development Directions of Rawway. You did talk about it somewhat on the previous meeting. Note Development Directions has donated to the campaigns of the commissioners and their cronies approximately $7,000 in 4 years, which actually I consider to be minor. But the question from the public, how much off the top is Development Directions getting from this $500,000? Also, I think you mentioned about a 2-year term. I don't know, but you failed to list how long this monthly assistance is to last in the Reso, so please clarify on that. Reso 755, this is giving our old buddy Dakota Fitzpatrick Law Firm of TNEC another $40,000 for a new total contract of $200,000 for legal counsel on a lawsuit titled HC Equities versus UC et al. Please give an overview of what this HC Equities case is about, because the public, of course, is funding it to the tune of $2,000. In 4 years, we tracked that firm Dakota sending around $35 to $40, $500 to $1,000 campaign checks to you and your cronies. So we are sure you're excited about giving them another $200,000 in legal contracts. General comments. Executive session number 2 on your agenda discusses real property. Please explain what and where is this real property, since public monies are involved. Also, again, thanks to Mr. Berry and his investigative reporting at the County Watchers, he has compiled the costs so far spent on the design bid project of the legally embattled Union County government complex. His compilation he posts on the site shows $7.8 million, which is strange because the Superior Court had put a stop and also a cap on the cost of the county is supposed to spend, and that allowance was at the pleading of the county to finish what they needed to do right then. What intrigues me is the $5.4 million already billed and spent, monies from Terminal Construction, which is the general contractor on the project. In looking at the site just the other day, it appears as if he has done nothing there, yet billed $5 million. The public would like further details as to why this $5 million has been paid. Is there a project schedule and also a schedule of values that has been submitted and approved? Being in construction for 35 years following this unfolding boondoggle, questions and suspicions certainly are raised. Last question I have that I pointed out time and again is, why is the overburdened full-time county CFO, Bibby Taylor, who also has a full-time dual role?
Your time is up, Mr. Patterson. I'm sorry, your time is up. All right, let's go to some of the questions. And I believe it started with 738. Director Taylor, can you add some information to that, please?
Absolutely, through you, Chairman. First, Resolution 738, 2021 is indeed linked to the ordinance that was on for introduction. The resolution itself authorizes the county to enter into a guarantee agreement, a deficiency agreement, and a disclosure agreement, all associated with the 2011 renewable energy bond project. The resolution is essentially authorizing us, coupled with the ordinance, to refund those existing bonds in order to pay off existing debt, utilize proceeds in order to make the equipment that was purchased in 2010 and installed as a result of the bond deal in 2011 functional for all of the 30 entities that utilize the project. It is also anticipated to yield approximately 8.07% savings, which equates to $407,000 net present value savings as a result of this transaction. So it's essentially, again, just helping to clean up the 2011 bonds, take advantage of market savings, and reinvest those proceeds in order to make the equipment functional for the rest of the duration of the bonds.
Hey, Director, thank you for that explanation. Very clear. We'll move to 739. Director Graziano.
Thank you, Chairman. Through you, the first question was on Lair Cumming changing their name. He also mentioned something about the parking deck. The parking deck project has not been awarded yet, so I don't know what the cost. So there is no current change orders or any future change orders until this job has been awarded. That's the first one. And the second question he asked about the improvement authority. They are not involved with this project.
Okay. Very good, Director. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Joanne, I believe there's some questions for you, 744 and then 746, 7 and 8. If you could just add some general comments, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Through you. Ditto Copy Systems is located in Linden, New Jersey. This is an option we're taking under contract. The copy machines are located in the public section of the land record room in my office. So they are used for the public and they are used for title searchers at no cost to us. The principal of that company is a gentleman by the name of Nicola Moriello. So I think that responds to Mr. Patterson's questions about that, except I also like the name Ditto Copy Systems. As to the next three resolutions regarding adding a grant account number for B&B Press, full service mailers, and Royal Printing, those three resolutions have to do with the Rawway special school election, which was held last week. Rawway is paying for that. So that money is coming from taxpayers' money, but not county taxpayers' money. And it has been assigned and added a grant account number.
Okay. Very good, Madam Clerk. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. We'll move to the Deputy County Manager, 754. Amy, if you can add some thoughts.
Yes, through you, Chairman. As I indicated before, this is 2 years funding for this program, and then we would find out if we get additional funds after that period of time. Development Directions receives an administration fee that is dictated to us by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. And in this case, they will receive $79.10 per voucher per month.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that. County Council, I don't know if you, whatever you can share from your perspective, a high level, perhaps overview on 755 would be helpful.
Certainly, Chairman, I'll be happy to. This litigation concerns the county's lease at the Al Bender building. HC Equities is the owner of that property. This litigation has been going on for well more than 3 years. Very recently, I believe it was in July, we got a unanimous decision from the New Jersey Supreme Court upholding our position in this case. Unfortunately, we are the defendant, so we were forced to continue to defend this case as long as HC Equities was moving forward. But certainly, I don't think I overstretched by saying that the unanimous decision in the Supreme Court was a very positive win for the county. The case is ongoing. And let me just say that had we lost, we were looking at potentially tens of millions of dollars in damages. So though $200,000 is substantial, it has been a long-standing case. It's not over yet. That's why we need more legal fees. There is still an issue concerning a claim for past due rent that has to be litigated, but certainly the potential liability of that one little claim pales to that which we won in the Supreme Court. And I think that answers the question, Mr. Chairman.
Very good, Bruce, appreciate you. The next question in general about executive session, I guess this is a question for the county manager, or perhaps Vicki Drake, if there's anything that can be shared location-wise, or if that's information sensitive to whatever negotiations may or may not occur. Yeah, county manager, anything you want to add at that point for that question?
For that, because it's pending, I'm going to defer to county council.
Yes, at this time, we cannot release the address. It is still under negotiation. Certainly, before there is any public money spent, if that happens, this matter will be made public. But at the moment, it would compromise the county's position to release the address.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I assumed that, but I wanted to verify that. Thank you both. So that concludes that comment period. Is there anybody else wishing to